This is the Bernnan monorail, a train from the early 1900s that seemed to defy the laws of physics. Not only did it keep itself perfectly balanced on a single rail, but it mysteriously leaned into corners without any driver input. This was a real invention, and it was unveiled to the public in 1910 by its inventor, Bernnan. The idea was that using a single rail instead of two would make trains faster and railways cheaper to build. His train could take corners at greater speeds without being thrown off the tracks, and his railway only needed half the material. Unlike the monorails we're familiar with today, which have thick tracks built high in the air, Brennan's monorail could run on existing tracks. Although it looks a bit sketchy, it was by design very stable. At the heart of the train was a gyroscope that could correct the train's tilt before the passengers even noticed. This was a mind-blowing piece of engineering, especially for 1910. But how did it actually work? We modeled the entire thing and studied the original patents to show you how incredibly clever this design was. But in order to understand exactly what's going on here, we need to know a bit about gyroscopes. The basic principle is that if you spin a disc really quickly, its angular momentum tries to keep it perfectly stable. If you try to tilt it in this direction, it starts rotating on the vertical axis. This is called precession. But if instead of tilting it, we cause it to precess, it actually tilts the disc in the opposite direction. It's because of this that a gyro will always try to find its way back to equilibrium. Bernnan saw this as the key to keeping his train balanced, and so he experimented by placing a small flywheel in a model train and hooking it up to an electric motor. Initially this worked, and anytime the train started to fall, the disc would precess and keep the train upright.